Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of the Skylanders carryon Locke here on the channel. Now in the previous episode, for those of you who haven't checked it out yet, this guy right here got through the entirety of the fire sensei realm on his lonesome, which means that Dark Spitfire right here lives to fight another day, but for the moment being it would appear as though the element of the area is air, and as per the regular rules of the carryon Locke, whenever an element pops up I must switch out to a Skylander corresponding to that element and cannot switch out until the element of the area changes once more. All just for an aside, what we're going to do here is we're going to go from one supercharger to another hurricane jetpack. Now this is a huge step up from the original jetpack, but unfortunately jetpack is still a jetpack, so naturally he's not the greatest. In fact, dare I even say he sucks. But all puns aside, we have Hurricane Jetpack for this opening air section of Scholarville, a upgraded and leveled up Hurricane Jetpack, unlike what you can say for Superchargers, because we never even used him in Superchargers for the very reason that he didn't have any of his upgrades yet. Oh, that guy's trying to attack me. He's not been very successful though, the fool. I'm trying to knock him off the edge if that isn't clear. Oh boy, that's going to blow me up if I'm not careful. Oh, blow up the enemy for me. We're okay with that. Summer Assault off field. Let's go. What's also great about Hurricane Jetpack is that he does hover in the air for a little bit. Oh, and he does that as well, but he hovers in the air a little bit whilst he's doing his projectile attacks, which makes him invulnerable to said attacks whilst being suspended in mid-air. Very particularly useful that, but no, this air section is already coming to an end. All we need to do is avoid getting blown up, which is a task easy said and done for yours truly over here, who can't seem to avoid the stupid deaths. The stupid deaths just seem to always want to come my way. Let's blow them up for starters, because if we blow up from afar, that means we don't have to risk getting up close and personal with the big explodey things. No, because that is how I die. Ow! Or I die to a fucking cannibal, one or the other. Thank God I have such a thing as a safe zone, and also thank goodness for the fact that fire is stronger now, because that means we can swap back to Dark Spitfire before Hurricane Jetpack is defeated in battle, where he will have to revert back to one of his previous forms. In this case, the original is yet to have been defeated in battle, so we will revert to his original form should Hurricane Jetpack be defeated in battle. That's how the carryon Locke works. It's a little bit different to your usual Locke rules when it comes to characters being defeated in combat. Anyway, what we could do here is we could shoot directly to the ship, but I have something far more interesting in mind, that being the secret island, where a particular element is going to pop up. The magic element. There's also usually a treasure chest here, but instead we have ourselves a diamond, because unfortunately I have to go back and re-record both Scholarville and Showmont Shores, 2 levels we're going to be tackling in this episode. So yes, this is hopefully going to be a re-recording as successful as the original session, where we had no deaths. But here, Enigma definitely came close. So I'm hoping that once again here we can come close to death, but so long as we aren't actually defeated. It doesn't matter if we have 1 health or 1,000. Having health in the end is still health. Don't blow me up, that'd be rude. Anyway, this guy too has very good knockback abilities. Even if it doesn't knock an enemy off the edge, which is what we're aiming to do with this right now. But even if it doesn't do that, we can at least stop them from attacking me, because they'll be stunned for long enough. Oh, this guy's not going to be able to do jack. Watch out for the exploding thing with Bob. Oh, that's one thing the enemy did not heed. Did not heed my warning. Now, it has very much been blown up. Boom! Boom! Shake the room. I wish I didn't have so much knockdown, but apparently the game doesn't care about what I want. Okay, let's avoid these suckers, because getting spin to death, no thank you. I couldn't even see myself in that attack right there. That's one of the key problems behind Enigma, not even being able to see where it is I am. A huge oversight in his design. But thank goodness I can hit them out of their invulnerable cycles, because otherwise I was pretty screwed right now. I was definitely stuck between a rock and a hard place, to say the least. Oh, it really sucks to be out of Sensei though, because I could have swapped out for one of them right now rather than having to remain as Enigma, where obviously the previous element of the area has carried over. Oh boy, I'm already on 400 health. This is no good. Well, actually no, it is still good, because we have more than 0 health, which is exactly what you need to survive. Again, I couldn't see myself. I didn't even know where it was I was attacking. Huge oversight. Oh, but at least he's dead. That's not such an oversight. Boom! Boom! Shake up the room and try to get out with the explodey thingy, which we did, because I'm awesome, as we've established. He is suspended in midair and still able to attack me. Now that's just not fair right there. Boom, boom, shake the room. That's more like it. Enigma being a better version of Stealth Elf. Only that I would prefer to play as Stealth Elf right now. If only she was a Magic Element Skylander. And she got chosen by Round Name Picker as well. But Live didn't have much luck when it came to Spyro's Adventure representatives. And the fact that it didn't choose one, ironically, since Spyro's Adventure, So Special was our only SSA Live representative. Okay, the same goes for Air, where the only Air representative we got from Spyro's Adventure was Tornado. Okay, let's get them out of here. Boom, boom, shake it for room. That's what we're talking about some more. Okay, I need you to go. You hear me? Go. That's not here. You're here right now and I need you to not be here because now I'm dead. Why couldn't I have the original recording where this guy got through scot-free? Apparently that's asking for too much because that's why I'm here, having to re-record this crap. And now Enigma has been defeated in battle. Can I be used again for a series, which extra sucks because this was also his debut and it really sucks when a Skylander was also lost on their debut episode. But unfortunately there's not much more else I can do about it because death is death. End the story right there. He's been yeeted out of his existence. But luckily with Sensei's being stronger here, I can choose whatever Skylander I please. I don't have to stick to Enigma right there. So instead we're going to swap out for characters who's already proven themselves. Magna Buckler. Unfortunately we can't take the big guy and eat him off the edge. We can do it over all the other enemies however, so that's where this ability is going to come in real handy. But we're also swapping out for Magna Buckler. You'll see soon enough for another reason. Yes, he is good though, that is the main reason. Die, 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 die. Or not, I guess, do whatever you want. You know, you are a grown adult, so choice is yours as to what it is you do. Boom! Take him out some more. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And now that this has been said and done with, let's not only open up the Imaginite chest, get these Imaginite chests over again for a second time is a nice aspect to having to go back and re-record this, but having to play the same level that I've already beat, not so much a nice part of this all. But hey, Magna Buckler is off attack element, so he is strong here, therefore we don't need to swap out again. That's why we swapped out for Magna Buckler to anticipate the upcoming tech section. Enigma was so close to being just fine as well. He almost got through by the skin of his teeth, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. And you guys are never going to get to see the original fight as Enigma either, because that footage has been lost. You're just going to have to take my word on it. Oh, but what I can do, and I didn't do this on the original recording, is grab that there Imaginite chest. Don't mind if we do, my friends. Do not mind if we do. It's a common piece, though. Retro blasters. Oh, that thing had ugly written all over it, except for the word ugly. Everything else was written all over it. It was ugly. Oh boy, I did not make that jump, did I? Platforming is hard. Which is bad because I'm currently playing a platforming video game, so perhaps my platforming skills, you know, should improve themselves. There is a need for it, given the amount of jumping I have to do. So yes, platforming skills is useful in a platforming video game. You've already seen that one come in. Without further ado, we're going to shoot off straight to the ship this time. The ship that I would say is ship-shaped, and I'm not going to apologise for that pun. I'm also not going to apologise to these enemies for the fact that they are about to be absolutely obliterated by my dark imagination, because it's that time. It's the time for high noon. I'm laughing because these guys back there are absolutely pulverised by pinpoint accuracy from afar. Oh, pew pew! Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Maybe I should call him Pew Pew. A very accurate name. He's also been leveled up because, yes, as I said, I did do this recording originally, but now that all that footage has been lost, we had to come back and re-record it. He leveled up in the original recording, and so now he's at that level rather than what he was at in the previous episode. Okay, I'm going to need you guys to die a bunch more. That'd be great. Let's also keep our distance. That's very wise of me. That's the whole idea behind quick shots, keeping your distance and all that, defeating enemies from afar. That's what makes them so. That's what makes them as efficient as they are. Boom! Let's take him out. Time to avenge Enigma. Our good friend Enigma. This shall not go unavenged. This is why we should have swapped out for Deja Vu, but I'm not sure how great Deja Vu is against regular enemies, so I'd rather not risk losing her, especially before the Chaos Boss fight. Well, we know already she is busted against final Chaos boss fight because of her double healing ability, but I'm not sure how great that healing ability is going to turn out against regular enemies, which is why I prefer not to take the risk. Instead we went for Enigma because Enigma is who I used the first time around. He was just fine the first time around, so I had confidence that he could do this again. Apparently not. Apparently what I recorded the first time was a one-off success. And being successful again, that's just asking too much. In fact, having the original recording to begin with is asking too much, because now that no longer exists. It's gone, wiped from all existence. As far as you're concerned, it never even happened, but it did. And I'm the only one who will ever know that. And it's a shame because it was a damn good episode too. Instead, what you get in its place is an episode where I just complain about the episode that will never, ever be, because we don't have the footage for it. Doesn't that just make for great TV, talk about TV that can no longer exist? It's like if the entirety of Toy Story 2 was just the animators complaining that the original Toy Story 2 was lost due to one person almost deleting the entire movie. In fact, he did delete the entire movie. The only reason why Toy Story 2 exists is because they luckily had one person who was off on maternity leave who had the entire movie backed up on their home computer. So if not for that copy of the film on their home computer, Toy Story 2 would not exist because someone managed to delete 90% of the movie when it was almost finished. So yes, I can imagine that being a great sequel to Toy Story. A movie complaining about a movie that got deleted from existence. That's a movie you get in its place. Rather than this great movie, instead you get this other movie complaining that we no longer have this great movie as it's been wiped from existence. I'm saying all of these things on repeat, you know, repetition. The effect of repetition being to emphasis on everything or repeating and all that. So yes, consider it emphasized. Everything I just said right there, I repeated it all for the sake of emphasis. Hey, imagine that chest, don't mind if you do. Again, more of these from area. Let's just hope it's not some ugly retro cannons this time, because retro is ugly. That might as well be the meaning of the word. Sentinel weapon of a wing doubler. We have that already. That's just lame. A life sword, which we also have already. You have like thousands upon thousands of parts you can give me, hundreds of which I don't have unlocked already, and you willingly choose to give me the pieces I have already. That's just my poor luck right there. Much similar to the poor luck I have endured losing the original footage of this episode, forcing me to have to come back and re-record it. Okay, here we go. I'm glad we got an Imaginator over a Sensei though. If we were to get either no Imaginators or no Senseis, I prefer no Senseis, because yes, whilst we would have Senseis to tackle Sensei elemental areas and battle gongs, it would mean that we no longer have Imaginators to fight Doomlanders, and they're the most efficient at fighting Doomlanders. So far we've had no deaths to Doomlanders, purely because it's been my quick shot fighting them rather than my regular Skylanders, which is basically the rest of the cast. Ooh, but we don't mind if we do with this here snail challenge. Yes, I think what remains of the cast is ever-living proof that Fire and Undead have it the hardest in these games. And then Air and Earth have just been strolling through. They've been having a nice casual time at the games. Not casual time at the movies, even though there have been cutscenes throughout the franchise, so we're supposed to have been watching some sort of films along the way. That's what a cutscene is. At the end of the day, it's basically a film. Okay, let's jump up here. Sweet! Okay, let's take that out for looking at me funny, no other reason. I mean, what else would I need to take out other than it looking at me funny? If there was any other thing that it did, I wouldn't bother killing it. But it did do that, and that's why it deserved death. Death it deserved. But enough of the alliterative nature of my commentary. Let's swap on back to High Noon, because not only is Dark strong here, but following it up is going to be an area where Imaginators are strong here. So we get to double bill it with High Noon over here. It's just a shame that the Cannibal section didn't remain as dark, because then I won't have to swap to and fro. But we had no choice to swap out Cinder there, because that is a section, as you can tell, where damage is very much plausible. We did take Cannibal to face with High Noon. Cinder could have done the same thing. There is a universe where Cinder gets hit by about 16 cannonballs and is defeated that way. Okay, my apologies for that cut right there. We went on ahead and completed that puzzle off camera, but without further ado, I introduce to you none other than the sea creature. Well, the evil sea creature at that, which is going to be introduced after the cutscene. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, it would seem. But the best part about this guy is that I can shoot him. I mean, not right now, I can't shoot him, but I can shoot him. I can shoot him whilst he does his stupid chomping attack. Like right now, for instance. It's almost like I've played this game enough times to know exactly where this guy comes out and tries to jump scare you. But this time, it's just not meant to be. I don't know how to break it to him. Okay, there's a very convenient chicken leg located in the far quarters of this area, so we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that, heal ourselves up. Although we need healing, because the chances of our health being reduced to 0 by a freaking evil sea monster, yeah, those chances are slim to none, especially since we can keep our distance from his chomping attacks, thanks to the nature of the quick shots moveset. Okay, let's let it jump up, and then all we got to do is walk from right to left, and back to right again. Yeah, this is not exactly a high level of skill required. In fact, I went back to right. It's for left where I really needed to be. Take him out! Next phase, please? Pretty please? Oh, I'm just not meant to be. Instead we have to wait for this boring slug of attacks. I can't believe I used to give this boss fight like high praise. First time I ever fought against this boss, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, but now it just kind of drags. Okay, there's that done, so on to the next phase we go. We can actually jump straight from here up there, it turns out. Take a little shortcut, I suppose. Oh, and this guy, let's attack him some more. Yeah, that's more like it. Just keep out of the way of his chomp, because that is how we die. And I don't want to die, in case there isn't clear enough already. But that is a lot of damage. Now, that much I do like. Death is not high on my like list, but that, on the other hand, very much it is. No, I don't look very eaten. Sorry to break it to you. Wait, no, I'm not actually. Not sorry at all. I'm also not sorry about the obliteration this evil sea monster is having to endure. Sorry, not sorry. I'm almost sorry about how just unsorry I am. Because I am very, extremely unsorry indeed. Okay, and here comes another phase. Man, this guy just loves his phases. There's like multiple of them, and I hate it. I hate it so much! Oh, okay, we're down to the E. And now we're down even further than the E, because I'm awesome. I'm better than the E, I'm telling you. Next phase. Ah, it's just not meant to be. That rhymes with E, therefore making me put without even knowing it. It's not really difficult to rhyme B with E, but here we are. We haven't done it anyway. Okay, watch out for those. Yeah, it's definitely more efficient to stay further back. Because if you're up here, there's limitations as to how easily you can dodge for waves. You can't even dodge waves if there's a whole like line of them in that section of the area. You'd have to go way back to go left or right. Well, I guess he is going to scream then, because the Helm of Ultimate Wisdom is nowhere to be seen. At least not right now. Okay, let's do ourselves a nice little cheat. Oh, that guy thinks he can get me. He thinks wrong. Okay, here we go again. More of this crap. But luckily, I can shoot him whilst he's stupid enough to do this crap. Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so nice when I'm having to do this for the second time. And in a row at that. I'm re-recording this directly after I recorded the original one. So it's just layers of disappointment doing the same thing over and over again. Hopefully get a different result this time. If I lose the footage again, I might just turn myself insane. That's how insanity works. It's controllable, don't you know? Try saying that to every single person out there with a mental health disability. Oh, you just turned it off and on again. Not like your brain is literally wired that way. But yeah, I'm going to go insane if I do the same thing again. And I get if I get the same result. But you guys are very quickly going to know whether or not I managed to maintain the footage of re-recording this time around, because otherwise you won't be watching this that you see before you. So if you're watching this that you see before you, it means that I did successfully retain the footage this time. There's no need to re-record it a second time. This is already for re-recording. I don't want to have to do a re-recording of the re-recording. I mean, these levels are great, but playing the same ones back to back over and over again, and much like this boss fight itself, kind of becomes a drag. Oh, let's kill him. Ow. Not that that's going to kill me off, because at the moment I have plenty of health to go around. And just like that, the Evil Sea Monster is dead, and he's not going to level me up again, which has increased my maximum health to 1608. Don't mind if we do. That's over 1600 health, that's insane, especially for a quick shot Imaginator who can keep his distance so easily. So it's not like he's even getting hit in the first place. The enemies, they stand no chance to complete in that sheer abundance of health. They stand no chance. I almost feel sorry for him. Okay, here we are at Shelmont Shores, where water is stronger here. So back in Chapter 2, when I said that was going to be the only time that we were going to play Whamshell throughout the entirety of the playthrough, I lied, because we're going to play as him again, because this combat section is very short and very durable, even with a useless water character such as Whamshell himself. And I cannot wait to eat those words when he inevitably dies. Gee, I hope not. But anyway, because we have tackled the first half of this level already in the previous recording before I had to go back and re-record the entire thing. The problem, by the way, was the fact that my PlayStation 5 switched off. So because it did that, we lost what I was recording up to that point. And I didn't stop the recording after Scholarville. It was all one big recording file, so I lost the entire thing. Because when your PlayStation power's off, if you're doing a recording at the time, rather than it saving, it is just lost instantly. So yes, that problem affected me in the fact that now I have to go back, re-record these two levels back to back. It happened halfway through Shelmont Shores after I had already collected that treasure chest back there. So now in its place is nothing of a 10A diamond. A bit like what we found on the Secret Island earlier when we swapped out for Enigma. Boom! Oh, that still stuns. That's great. More of that, please. But yeah, what did I tell you? Nice and easy water section. You know it's easy when even Whamshell can get through it unscathed. Even Whamshell.
It's a Skylander.
It is. It's a Skylander. Well, congratulations for noticing, Blobbers. But then again, if anyone was going to be able to notice, it would be this Brainiac right here. He's a genius. Yeah, that's right. That's Blobbers for you. That's what he is.
Excuse me.
I couldn't blame him. I too would run terrified from a lightning tornado because one or the other is scary enough as it is, but both of them combined, yeah, that's unnatural. That's terrifying. If you don't run away from it, you'll likely get sucked up and shocked by it, and that's how you die. I'd rather not die, so running away sounds good right about now. Blobbers isn't cowardly. He's clever. He's doing the right thing. That's what you should be doing. If you were as clever as him, you'd know that it's the right thing to do, and you therefore wouldn't do the stupid thing, which is face it head on, because that is how you get yourself killed. Congratulations, you got yourself killed for being an idiot, not for being the opposite of cowardly. At the end of the day, where do brave people end up? Brave people end up dead. Let's not be brave. Okay, work smart, not hard. It's a bit like when I play this game. I play smart, not well. Unless I'm playing as Enigma, in that case, that was not smart nor well that I was playing. Oh, that really sucks. It really sucks that he got defeated, especially when the first time around he got through it unscathed. So now, my punishment for having things completely outside of my control and losing the original footage, my punishment for said things is Enigma's death and me having to play through these levels twice in a row. Yeah, I really deserved to be punished. Apparently. The universe just has it out for me. Well, Jetpack could do it if I was playing as Jetpack right now, but I'm not playing as Jetpack right now, so therefore Jetpack can't do it. Jetpack is not wrong. As an NPC, he is pretty useless. But hey, he can fly. I think I prefer to fly over grinding right now, but the game doesn't care about what I want. And also, you know, Jetpack doesn't care about what I want either, because he's complaining about us being able to grind and him not, whilst he flies around the stage. Does he seriously not realise how much cooler that is, what he's doing? Earth is stronger here, so let's go on ahead and bring out the might of our newcomer, Wallop! Oh, we're going to be hammering it home real good. Melee Drobot is coming in, folks, so he did take damage to that enemy, which is rather annoying. Okay, here we go, let's take him out some more. Take my Melee Drobot to the face! Even then, I wouldn't even say he's that melee orientated because his hammers reach surprisingly far, and he has alternate attacks that he can take advantage of that do give him more range. Okay, but it's not as though his other attacks are any good, so we're just going to stick with what works, which is for mashing. I have to be very careful now because I am dying. Okay, here we go. And they're dead, thank goodness for that, just by the skin of our teeth. That is how close we got to with Enigma, by the way, in the previous run of level, when we were in Scholarville. But that previous run of level, obviously it just wasn't meant to be. And just like that, they are out of here. So now we can blow up the thing and also grab some food along the way, because that banana punch is looking delicious right now. Do not mind if we do, my friends. We do not mind if we do. And it's done, where I can jump on it. That's convenient. In fact, dare I even call it convenience at its very finest. Okay, apparently I can't make that jump. Whatever. Whatever, Trevor. I'm only saying that because it rhymes. Trevor, turns out, has nothing to do with this situation right now. I don't even know a Trevor. Who's Trevor? Okay, here we go. Let's be spinning right round, because you know what? These things, they spin me right round, baby, right round. And that song really did not work on any singular level. And yet here I am having sung it anyway. I'm hoping that my singing skills is going to kind of like damage the enemies. They are so painful to listen to that it transcends our physical universe, enters the digital realm, and hurts them. Because hey, my singing hurts the physical health of human beings around me because it's so terrible. Why can't I also do the same thing to the digital health of the digital enemies in this digital world, where I take a physical toy, such as Bumble Blast over here, I place one on the portal, bam! Just like that, I've taken a physical object and I've transported him to his own digital world. What about that sentence is not magical to you? Skylanders, it is magic, and it is so awesome. Not that I need to sell any of you on it. The fact that you're watching this video kind of implies that you're a Skylanders fan. I don't think you're checking out this video to find out if you're a Skylanders fan or not. You know, this isn't a research-based video. This is you already know what you like, and you're watching it there for kind of deal. Yeah, take him out some more. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. The honey is very useful. It's slowing down the enemies and dealing increased damage against them. How very, very useful indeed. You don't get much more useful than that, dare I even go as far to say. But now here comes trouble. Not for little guys. Anything but the little guys. Then again, my bees are little guys, and I don't think my enemies are particularly enjoying those either. They probably feel like Nicolas Cage right about now.
No, not the beast! Not the beast!
But now that's meme out of the way, let's continue absolutely annihilating these guys. Or, you know, better yet, as I put it earlier, pulverizing these guys. Yeah, that's more like it. And boom, we're shaking the room. Oh, it's a shame that he's not at level 19, because I would so very much like a level up right here. A bit like I did on the original run through of a level where I played a Shroom Boom instead. Shroom Boom also absolutely annihilated this section. But he leveled up along the way. Not that the level up had anything to do with it, because he only got hit once, and once is not enough to defeat me. I'm better than that. Once again, referencing an episode that will never ever come to be, because it no longer exists. It's gone. It's nothing but code. So let's enter into here, and let's stop complaining over what we've lost, and instead celebrate what we're gaining from this experience. Yeah, you know, would rather be happy over what I did right than depressed over what I did wrong, and that same mentality applies itself to this video. I should be happy with what we're currently gathering as footage rather than being so bitter over what it is we've lost in this place. I do highly recommend taking that mentality through life. Always be proud of what you've done right, more so than upset over what you've missed. Doubles for any sort of like examination work, because you know in an exam you go back through it afterwards and you're kicking yourself because of all of the things that you've missed. Just remember to look at all of the things you've also got right. To place more emphasis upon that. And to better yet, not forget it, a lot of people go through like a mock exam and they realise what they got right, and it was like, okay, I don't need to revise that because I got it right this time, so I should get it right on the day, and then you only focus on the stuff you got wrong. So all of a sudden, the next exam you do, the real thing, you're doing the opposite of what you did the original time, where you're getting everything you got correct wrong because you revised it. Now you've forgotten entirely what the correct answer was in the first place, and then everything you got wrong, at least you're getting it right now because you've studied it in order to correct upon your previous mistakes. Okay, here we go. Let's get grinding again, rather than worrying about exams. Because frankly, this is Skylanders. We're here. This is meant to be meant to be for anti-stress. You know, the stress of exams, a hard day. Nah, let's instead just cool off with a little bit of relax and Skylanders content, shall we? That sounds like a plan to me. That was a mistake. Oh dear, mistakes were made, but at least we didn't take damage to it. Normally, you do such things when you run into a spiked enemy such as that, but fortunately for me, I am still at full health. So yeah, if I am going to fail there, at least I'm going to fail there with minimal consequences. And I'm cutting off half of my head with my face cam right now. I did realign my face cam after having to go back and re-record this episode, so that's why it's not quite the same position as it was before, but I still have my hair back and I have my same shirt on because it is part of the same session. Right now, let's continue jumping over these hazards because these hazards won't end quite as well as the last time. These guys definitely will be damaging me, but hey, we did it successfully, that's the key thing. And now the sensei element is going to be stronger here, which is kind of useless to us for the moment being because we have no senseis in our arsenal to take advantage of. Oh, what a shame that is indeed. In the original run of the level, we also completed the Egg Rescue arcade game that we saw briefly earlier. But since, you know, that episode no longer exists, there's no point continuing to dwell on it. This entire episode has just been me talking about what could have been, based on the original run I made of this level. An episode complaining about an episode that no longer can exist. Yes, awesome. What an awesome episode this has turned out to be. Is it better than the original? Absolutely not! Because in the original we didn't lose an Igknight like we did in this episode, and I can't seem to shut up about that. The entire episode's theme is just talking about an episode that doesn't exist. Ooh, but that boomerang is pretty nice right now, circling me, destroying things all around me within my vicinity by me doing absolutely nothing. I win by doing nothing. That is Luigi at his finest. He would be proud. Oh boy, but I did waste that banana though. Yeah, let's get him. Let's get him. Let's get him good. The boomerang takes so much longer to return to me now. It's so annoying. Boom! Charged up to the face. Okay, here we go. Let's suck up these fools. Nice bit of healing, but I've got to be careful not to die. Oh, that felt way too close to constant right there. We've already lost one Trap Master today. Don't let it be two. And I don't even get my elemental buff no more now that it's in dedication to the senseis, of which I have none to sort out for. Oh, and there has been another one, didn't there? The game just couldn't help itself. Okay, let's get him. Luckily for us, Gusto is good. He's good at his job being to defeat his enemies right here. Oh, I do appreciate a guy who's good at his job. I would say a man, but Gusto doesn't look like much of a man. He looks more like a cartoon character, because he really reminds me of the traditional French cartoon Asterix. Which is a pretty cool cartoon character, actually. So if he was a basis for Gusto, they chose a good source to pull from. Oh, what do you know? Experience is here, and I'd be damned if I'm letting that go to waste. So since the Doomlander boss fight is coming up, we might as well swap out for a character in anticipation. That character being Hanoon. Is that such a fun name to say? Why do you think I named him that? Okay, give me that sweet, glorious experience. Now that, my friends, is what I'm talking about! That's what I'm talking about! And it looks like we're going to get maxed out to level 59 sooner than anticipated. I did mention that Doomlander's level you up quickly, and this is a prime example of that. Because yes, even if the Swashbuckler Doomlander doesn't get me all the way up to 59, it will at least get us close, meaning it will be right on the brink, being at our maximum level cap, 59, based on how many senseis are in my possession. Not that I can use any of them, because they're locked out thanks for nothing, you useless random name generator. Yeah, let's get him. Oh, now you're striking me all good, like. Yeah, let's take him out. Oh, I have knocked off a park. Congratulations, noticing video game. So already now, we've made it farther than we did in the original recording. So hey, what do you know? For re-recording is good in that respect. Okay, here we go. Actually, no, I don't appreciate that. Well, I'm glad that the Chaos is glad that I don't appreciate that. You know, I made one thing decent out of this re-recording, and that is making Chaos glad that I hate being chopped up. I'm glad to make him glad. Okay, let's take him out. Yes. Because that's asking for too much, Chaos. Have you not learnt by now? So don't ask for too much. I've learnt this lesson a multitude of times, and yet well, I say I've learnt this lesson. Apparently I haven't. I still continue to ask for too much. I suppose Chaos inherits that from me. Boy, I am so sorry that he inherits that from me. I am so sorry that he inherits anything from me, period, to begin with. If you want to inherit anything from anyone, it would be literally anything from literally anybody else. Anything better than me. Okay, let's take him out. I said, let's take him out. Yeah, that's more like it. This is what taking him out looks like. Oh, we are messing around. We're up, down, shake it all about. We're doing the hokey pokey and we're turning around. Because that's what it's all about. And dead. Not me, fortunately. I'm still kicking. Oh, but I did maximize my Imaginator's levels, so that's pretty sweet. Yes, let's get technical. I have won this and the last couple of rounds. What's he gonna do? I did not make a good tough guy. Yeah, sure thing, what I have to say there, Chaos. But now, without further ado, let's claim the fruits of our labour. And inside this Imaginite chest is Imaginite! Plot twist of the century right there, I did not see that one coming. Imaginite inside an Imaginite chest? What a strange concept. The Sorcerer's Claw. It's duplicate, so we get boosted stats, but we're okay with that, because boosted stats are awesome. With that having been said and done, let's skip this cutscene. Yes, the level has been completed, which means that now with both these levels, I should say, having been completed, it is time to roll that outro. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching through to the end of this video. I deeply appreciate every last one of you, since it's viewers such as yourself which make these videos possible, and I couldn't do it without all of your unwavering support. If you enjoyed what you just saw, you can click on screen now to watch either my most recent video or a video picked out specifically just for you. You can also access the entire playlist for the video you just watched. I'll be seeing you in the next video, but until that moment arises, peace!